Hey everyone, for the next couple of reviews, I'm going to be doing Tony Bennett. Both are going to be greatest hits. This one is Tony's Greatest Hits Volume 3, and then I've got a double vinyl greatest hits I'm also going to do as a separate review. And the reason why is there's only like 3, maybe 4 songs that are on this one that are on the other one. There's a whole lot of different songs on the other one. The other thing too is I gave this one a really good listen to as it was playing, and this album didn't hit very hard with me. So I'm hoping maybe the double vinyl will hit a little better. From what I can tell, even though this is volume 3, it looks like it's comprised of maybe four specific albums. I don't know anything about Tony Bennett, but I'm going by what's on the back here. So because it shows these 4 albums, I'm going with that's what this is. This volume 3 is comprised of those 4 albums. I don't know when any of these songs were originally released because it's not written on here. And I really so far don't care to find out with most of them. Now, what I find funny is this is volume 3, and the first song on here is I Left My Heart in San Francisco. The Tony Bennett song that everybody knows. If you think Tony Bennett, you think I Left My Heart in San Francisco. Tony Bennett had nothing to do with writing it. That's the other thing, too, is I've mentioned this on other ones, and I'll be mentioning it here. A lot of these older ones, they're vocalists performing. They'd be pop vocalists of their day, because none of them are writing the music, but they're all performing it. They're all getting the accolades for performing it. Another thing I'm noticing too is there definitely was a big shift in male vocals going from, we'll say, the performers that started prior to, say, 1960-ish versus performers that started after 1960-ish. A lot of every last one of these guys I've been reviewing, they all have deeper voices in comparison to a lot of the other ones. And when I'm saying, obviously I'm comparing, when I say the 60s, and that's why I'm using 1960 kind of as my benchmark, is you've got the Beatles and the Beach Boys, higher pitched voices. Other side of that, you got like Tony Bennett, Engelbert Humperdinck, that was a 72 album, but I believe he started back in the 50s. Where I'm going with that is all these guys have older voice, not even older voices, they all have deeper voices, more manly voices, if you know what I'm saying. And they sing in a register that sounds much more manly. Whereas, I'm used to, all the rock guys that tend to be higher voices. And I really think we need to come back with more lower voices. I like having the lower voices. I'm not a big fan of the show tuney stuff. A lot of it is what I call Vegas lounge kind of stuff, and I'm not big on that. I Left My Heart in San Francisco is one of the more different songs compared to a lot of what's on here. I Left My Heart in San Francisco. That one has more of a folksy kind of vibe to it even. So I can really appreciate that one. I Want to Be Around, Quiet Nights of Quiet Stars, When Joanna Love Me, The Moment of Truth, they all kind of meh. They're just kind of loungy to me. Really, really kind of basic loungy, nothing special. Who Can I Turn To When Nobody Needs Me? I kind of really dug this one. I thought this was an interesting kind of tune. Hits definitely on that male kind of perspective where, that's kind of very part of being a dude is who do I turn to when, nobody needs me, so many men have made this comment. Even Chris Rock, has made jokes about this, that, no one needs you as a man. You got no one for you. And that one kind of hits that way too. Then we're on to side two. That starts off with The Good Life, which does nothing for me. A Taste of Honey. I don't like the way the choruses are done on this musically, and vocally the choruses are okay. I would probably change up the arrangement on the choruses a little bit, because this would be a really good tune. I would do this one. This is one of those ones where when I'm going through all these albums, I think this is one of those songs where I'm gonna, see if I can get my hands on the sheet music for it. When I get my hands on the sheet music for it, I'm gonna take it, do some slight rearrangements for it and whatnot, and redo it, kind of like give it a gothy synth pop kind of vibe or something like that. Go kind of dark with it, maybe a little EDM, industrial, maybe, I'm not sure. But this is one of those songs I'm kind of surprised Typo Negative didn't cover. Really good tune. Really good tune. Except for the choruses. I don't like the choruses. The choruses, it's the arrangement in the choruses, the instrumentation specifically being done, I'm not a fan of. I like it should have been kept closer to the instrumentation on the verses. Sorry, guys. My cat's driving me nuts down at my feet here. This Is All I Ask didn't do much for me. Once Upon a Time was kind of okay-ish. The Best Is Yet to Come. I actually didn't mind The Best Is Yet to Come. There's a certain romanticism of life that way, and I really enjoy The Best Is Yet to Come for that reason. And then it finishes with If I Ruled the World, and I thought If I Ruled the World was kind of interesting. I kind of like the message behind it. It's a little basic, that whole concept of, just treating people well and the world being a good place, stuff like that. Very, very Jesus-y kind of like stuff. The whole way around, I am not a fan of this album, but if you're into lounge music and that Vegas loungy stuff, this would definitely be pretty cool for you. I mean, even Frank Sinatra said good words about, like on the back here, Frank Sinatra, the ultimate in Vegas. I'm reading it right off the back here. Frank Sinatra, in his autobiographical article in Life magazine, says, "For my money, Tony Bennett is the best singer in the business, the best exponent of a song. He excites me when I watch him. He moves me. He's the singer who gets across what the composer has in mind, and probably a little more." That's pretty high praise, man. Let me know what you think. I know I'm being a little rough on Tony, but I'm not done with Tony. I'm giving Tony another try. But admittedly, it's not my thing. So that's why I'm being a little rough on Tony. Let me know what you think of this. Have you listened to this particular one? These songs? I want to know. Comments down below. Like button, subscribe button, bell for notification on your way down there. Also, there's a couple links. Check all those out. They really help me out. Please and thank you. Otherwise, folks, peace, love, take care, and I'll see you for the next Tony Bennett review.